Hi everyone, welcome back to Lucky by Nature. Angelic Vixen here. This is your no fluff arc breaking news. In this episode, we will be talking about watching out because auto decay is back, mods on console, the dev credentials, policing global chat, suggestion forum structure questions, extra life will return, and the evolution event. As you know, this is no fluff arc breaking news, so let's get right into it. Alright, so the auto decay timers are coming back to official. That's right, guys. It's finally being turned back on. As you guys know, about a month ago, there was a huge mishap and characters were completely lost. And Wildcard made the tough decision to turn off the auto decay timers. That way it gave their customer support team, the time they needed to meet with the players so that they could reinstate characters, get them back into their tribes, so they wouldn't lose absolutely everything. Well, customer service has finally caught up on that, huge workload that they had. And this is what Wildcard has to say about it. This was done in order to allow our customer support to successfully reunite players with their tribes, bases, and tamed creatures after an issue caused some players' characters to be completely deleted. Our customer support has been able to address many of these concerns that were a result of this incident last month, and therefore we will be re-enabling the decay timer Tuesday, May 21st. So remember, you guys need to make sure you're back in there so that you do not deal with this auto decay issue, because on official, that is definitely a true, genuine issue. People, need to get off and they lose everything. So just remember, it's coming back. That also is beneficial if you're looking at different bases and you're looking at people's stuff. That way you know exactly what you're dealing with when the timer is actually turned back on. So you have until May 21st for no timer. After that, it's back on. It also says this: a note for those who have logged in recently: if a structure on your server is over the timer limit, it will automatically be removed when the servers restart with this change enabled. Therefore, any spam structures will be cleaned from your server immediately. If you have refreshed your base in the last 8 days, more or less depending on the structure type, your structures will be saved just as they were before the decay was enabled. This is very important, guys, because if you haven't been on, you need to get on if you are able to get into your tribe or whatever you need to do, because if not, you're going to lose those structures, and I don't want you guys to lose your hard work. So just keep in mind these dates, these times, and these time frames that they're allotting, because that's going to make a huge difference in your future gameplay. All right, moving on to mods on console. Wildcard keeps talking about this a lot because a lot of people just bring it up, and I'm glad you guys are bringing it up because I really feel like console needs more stuff. I play all 3 platforms, but I truly feel like some of that stuff, it's been in mod for so long, they could easily implement some of that stuff at least to console. And they don't even give console, the different playing styles, like classic PvP. Is it really that hard to implement that specifically on console? Personally, I don't think so. And Beast is, he has a degree in computer science, so we talk about this stuff quite a bit. I'm like, is it possible? Can it be done? And he's like, of course it can be done, but it has to be a choice by the developer if they want to invest that time and money in making it happen. And that's where it comes down to pretty much with Wildcard. But Said does go on to say this: when it comes to talking about mods on console, this is a very hot button topic. Absolutely. We know it stinks to see all the cool mods being developed by mod makers on PC, but not being able to utilize them on Xbox and PS4. There are rare cases where mods are successfully integrated into the game, such as Primitive Plus, Ragnarok, and Structures Plus, but not every mod that goes through the sponsored mod program is guaranteed or even likely to be integrated into the game. It is a very lengthy process to get something from a working state into a finished product. Now, like I said, I respect that point of view, and I do come from a different perspective, being that I can, ask Beast about this stuff because he did all the programming. He's done all this stuff in his, prior work before we started doing, this, and well, he's retired. But, I just sit there and I'm thinking, no, this stuff could be moved over to console. That's an excuse, and I don't feel it's valid because, and I'll give you the reason why. They took a lot of the modding ideas and they put it in Atlas. That's where the mods went. It's the truth. It's not a lie, and it's not picking on Wildcard. It is the truth. They used the modding program for Arc, and if you look at Atlas, it has so much of what we have in mods. So the truth is, they're looking at it in a bigger scale possibly not even for the Arc version we are currently playing. They're going to be using these mods for future projects, whether that be for Atlas or whether that be for an Arc 2, let's say. I personally have no idea. I'm speculating, and I'm just sharing my opinion with you just really briefly. We can create dialogue and we can talk about it, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I know a lot of you play console, and I just want to hear what you think about it. Like, what do you think? What do you feel? Do you feel that it's unfair? Do you feel like, oh, well, it is what it is. This is normal. Most games do this. Or do you just wish they would just give a little bit? Like, I would be happy with just a little bit here and there, just something new, something fresh, because I can tell you honestly, they need to give us something new, and they need to give us something new soon. So now let's move on to the dev credentials as I see it based on the questions asked and then the answer to which said came up with. I find it interesting they actually put this in the community crunch this week because it's a strong talking point, and I really would love to hear your opinions on this. This person wrote, they were kind of sarcastic, maybe even a little condescending. They said, I guess getting fired, going back to video game making school. Ask any other game developers. Love the game, man. Don't get me wrong. But when I meet running the Giga and it shoots to the boundary for no reason, he didn't really, and I mean, but it's Twitter, so maybe he just ran out of room. And said responded with this. Fixing meshing is more of an expertise thing. There are going to be people in development that specialize in certain areas of the game. Similar to how doctors specialize and might not know how to perform an operation from another specialty. And that is 100% fair. I will, yes, absolutely said that is 100% true. When you go into game development, a lot of times you will, fixate on a certain thing that you really enjoy, and that's your specialty. That's what you're really good at, and that's what you do. However, for dialogue here, let's talk about it. Is that an actual answer to the problems with Arc? Sure. Does that fix a thing though? No. Because in reality, if Wildcard knows that, then they need to hire the people who know how to fix the game. Because Arc is worth the investment of money, time, effort. Arc is an incredible game and it's worth it. They just need to hire the right people. And if they have the right people, well, then there you go. We have the future where Arc 2 will be the absolute best game ever. And that's all I ever want. I just want Wildcard to make Arc beautiful, make it perfect, make it run, make it so much fun that we never want to stop playing it. Because as of right now, literally, this is the only game that has ever captivated me and kept me playing for years. So what do you guys think? Do you think that that's a reasonable answer, or do you think that's kind of an excuse? I feel like if they just hire the people who can do the work, well, then they'll fix the game. But to give Wildcard credit, in 2019, they have been fixing their game. And you know what? It's probably the best year we've ever had. So now let's move on to policing global chat, because a lot of people actually have this concern, and Jen wrote this. We do not have a chat filter on PC, but consoles should have somewhat of a filter, and they do. If someone is being really disrespectful to you, you can report them using, the support form, and a GM may take action against them. Again, that's the key word, may take action. There's no guarantee, but if somebody is being, completely inappropriate with their language, be sure to report them so that it does not subject the entire community to the nonsense that spews from their mouth via keyboard. All right, so moving on to the suggestions forum and the way that it's sorted, Chris wrote this. If we switched it to start date, then none of the other threads would get seen either. There are pros and cons to each setting, which is why you are able to sort them yourself. So if you are having issues with the way that it's coming up, you are able to sort it differently, so that way it's easier for you to find what you're looking for. All right, moving on to the next question, which was about the Extra Life event, which is an incredible event that they've done every year. And it's just absolutely incredible that they do this. And it's always been a huge success. So Said responded with, we'll be doing this again. It's a yearly event. So if that is something that you're looking forward to, just know it will be coming. And last but not least, the Evolution event that's reoccurring pretty much every week, it has been for a very long time, will start Friday the 17th of May at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will last through Monday the 20th of May at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's 2 times harvesting, 2 times taming, and 2 times experience rates. So that's it for this episode of No Fluff Arc Breaking News. I intend to keep them short and straight to the point. If you like that sort of thing, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will be uploading these every week. If you found yourself liking this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really means a lot to me. As always, thank you so very much for watching, and until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.